from BS and Beer Media. It's Top of the Bleachers with Jason and Tucker.
Handoff, Smith coming right, trying to outrun the coverage, makes a cut, gets it. Oh, he's still going. Oh, look at it! He's going to score. He's got the ball.
Let's see what the guys are talking about today.
Yo. Welcome into the Top of the Bleachers. It is what? May the 19th. Bro, I got a fly bugging me. Time is flying, bro. Bye, bro. Happy Monday. This fly will not leave me alone, bro.
It's that beard butter you're using. Tracks flies.
I think the storm's outside is pushing everybody in. They're like getting scared.
Well,
anyway, today's show, we might talk a little NBA, a little WNBA, a little SEC baseball. We may talk about whatever comes up. So, what's up, dude?
how you doing, brother?
I'm tired, to be honest with you. Didn't really get that nap. I ended up watching a movie this afternoon instead of taking a nap.
What movie did you watch?
The Accountant.
The first one?
Mhm.
Oh,
I
okay.
started last night and fell asleep somewhere, so I just kind of watched like the second half today.
Have you had you seen it before?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, I
That-
like it.
That chick that's in it, that Kendrick, what is her name? I cannot think of her name now.
It starts with an L.
An L?
I think it starts with an L.
It's something. Anna Kendrick?
Anna, yeah, that's it.
Anna Kendrick. Yeah. She's one of them actresses that's like sneaky pretty. Like I see her in some movies and I think, I don't really think she's that attractive. And then I see her in another movie and I'm like, dang, that girl's hot. So she's like sneaky attractive.
Yeah, she was in the Pitch Perfect.
Mhm.
I don't know if you saw that or not, but
She's in a movie with, and I don't know the guy's name. I don't know the name of the movie, but she's in a movie where she falls in love with a assassin. He's a hitman, a killer.
Mr. Right or Mr. Wrong.
Mr. Right or Mr. Wrong, something like that.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's a great movie.
That is a great movie. That is hilarious, man.
I love that movie too.
Yeah.
There's a lot of good people, a lot of good actors in The Accountant, man. It was Ben Affleck, J.K. Simmons, you know who that is?
Yeah.
John Bernthal.
John Lithgow's in it too, isn't he?
Yeah, he's the bad guy.
And don't tell
Cynthia
people that.
Robinson.
That's a spoiler alert. You don't find that out till the
Nah.
end of the movie.
Well, whatever. He's the rich guy. He's the bad guy. One of those, always the rich guys.
Did you rewatch The Accountant because The Accountant 2 is coming out?
It's just kind of one of those movies. It's kind of like Wolverine or I can't think of another one right now, but if I see it on or I see it somewhere, I'm like, oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good one.
I have
Kind of one
that.
of those.
I have that problem when I'm watching cable because I'll come across a movie that I really like, and like say, Avengers: Civil War will come on TNT, right? Well, if you watch it on TNT, it takes 4 hours to watch Avengers: Civil War, and I make it halfway through the movie, and I'm thinking, why aren't I just on Disney Plus watching?
No, right. No kidding. Well, I was on Prime, and so there wasn't any. Well, I had a commercial at the beginning. So it's
Yeah,
like
what
3
is
minutes
up
or
with
something.
that? So I subscribe to Prime, and I used to be able to watch movies with no commercials. Now I get this thing. Now you can watch this with limited interruptions. I'm a Prime member. I should not have any interruptions.
I agree.
So now you got to like be a Prime member plus to get rid of the commercials or whatever. Jeff
That's
Bezos
cool.
trying to get more money out of you because he
Yeah.
doesn't have enough yet. So he's trying to get more out of you.
He's poor.
Yeah, he's poor. Yeah. So I guess Walmart has decided to go this route. They have decided that there will be Walmart Plus members, and unless you're a Walmart Plus member, you can't even check out at a Walmart. So you have to get a $50 membership every year.
What?
Yeah, they're trying this at regular Walmarts. I don't think it's gone nationwide. It's just a few select Walmarts that
What?
they're trying this at.
That's what they do. I mean, that's what Sam's Club is.
Yeah. So now when you go in to Walmart, not only do you have to pay a fee, but you still have to check out all your own groceries and everything, which is at Sam's Club, it doesn't really bother me that much because they have this app and you can go around and you can scan the items on your phone. And then when you get up to the front, you just hit a button and do Apple Pay and boom, out the door you go. You don't have to stop in a line or nothing. But at Walmart and Kroger and some of these places where I have to actually check out my own groceries and everything, and again, it's the old fogey in me, but I miss the days of them bagging your groceries. When I was a kid, they bag your groceries, take it out to the car for you, you know?
Mm-hmm. That's my first job.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I know.
I-
That's why I get even. That's why I make them deliver it.
Yeah.
You're going to shop for me, you're going to bag it for me, and you're going to bring it to me.
Well, I even have a problem with that because lots of times you get a lazy shopper and they don't get what you want, or they tell you that there's none in the store, or that
I get that sometimes. They're out of something.
They want to substitute something, and then when you go and pick it up, they individually bag everything, so you end up with twice as many bags as you needed. Like
I don't know what you're talking about.
I got Mucinex, which comes in a box this big, and I got a bottle of Pepsi for my heartburn. Each one was in their individual bag all by themselves. I'm like, this is ridiculous, guys.
That's kind of silly.
These two things could go in the bag together. They bag your milk. Milk got a handle on it. You don't need a bag for that.
Oh, I want milk on a bag. I do.
Oh my gosh, man!
I got to carry everything in one trip. I don't need no extra handle hanging out there. I need another bag handle I can read on my arm.
You're the reason the sea turtles are dying. All your plastic uses.
Whatever. My wife's got her own bags usually.
Yeah, they started doing that. I don't know, man.
I don't do that no more. I order it. I have them deliver it.
See, I think what they ought to do is, like, if they're going to make me do the scanning and the grocery shopping and checking out and all that stuff, then I ought to get a significant discount because technically I'm working for Walmart. I should also, get some sort of, like, if I bring my bags back, I should get so many cents off. Like, that ought to be a thing. Like, you bring your bags back and turn them into a thing. They count up your bags and say, oh, you get 5 cents a bag or something like that. I don't know, man. I think the world, we're going to end up in a place where grocery store employees are pretty much just going to be irrelevant, and you're just going to walk in. They already have them in Japan and a couple of other places where you walk in and there are no workers at all.
You know what? I'm just thinking about this right now, but that's the way it ought to be. You know what? They ought to just be a warehouse.
Well, that's pretty much.
You place your order, and then you got people in there that do the orders, and then people to deliver them.
Yeah. Well, they have these
pickup or whatever too, I guess.
They have these security doors. So, like, when you go into the shopping area, the security doors close behind you. And if you have an item, the doors won't open unless it has been scanned and paid for. So, I mean, it's supposed to cut down on people thieving from you or whatever. Because I've watched these videos online of people just, like, pretending like they're scanning their products up at the checkout line and then sticking them in the bag and walking out with it. I'm like, that's theft.
Yeah. I ain't got no use for stuff.
I watched two guys in Sam's Club. They were going around and they got to the laundry detergent and they took the lid off of one and opened up another and filled the other one up to the top and then put the lid back on and set it back in there. Like, well, not only are you thieving extra product, but now whoever picks up that one that you poured out of is going to get less. So you're stealing from two people. That's great, man. That's wonderful.
I saw somebody do that with the grapes one time. Even though that's not stealing because you pay by the pound or whatever. But you know how grapes all come in a bag, right? Mm-hmm. Like they'll have like a bag or whatever. This lady had her bag, and then she was digging through all the other bags to, like, get the best grapes out of all the bags and then putting them in her bag. And I was like, Pick your bag up and get out of here, just like everybody else. If you get a rotten one or two, you just like everybody else. What the heck? Take all the good ones. What the hell?
Let me ask you a question. Is it so you go to pick out your grapes at Kroger or Walmart or wherever it is you shop from? Do you try one out before you buy the grapes?
No.
You don't. You don't taste one. I usually at least taste one before I buy the bag.
I won't even do that. You see people all the time that'll get a soda on the way in, and they'll drink it while they're shopping, and then they pay when they. I can't even hardly do that.
I was
afraid somebody's gonna come out of the back and tackle me or something. Be like, "Hey, I saw him eating a grape. Take him down."
I was on a date with a girl one time, and we were going to go to the movies, so we went to the grocery store to buy snacks instead of buying it at the movies. Her idea, not my idea. So we go and we're picking it. When we walked in, they had new M&Ms. They were when the pretzel ones had just come out. I was like, "Oh, I want to try these new M&Ms." So I grabbed the bag and I started eating it as we're going around picking out our stuff. Well, at some point, I got done with it and I stuck it in my pocket, not, just out of habit. Stuck it in my pocket. We got out to the parking lot and I reached in my pocket to get my keys and realized that was in there. And then the girl that I was with thought I was crazy because I turned around and went back inside and paid for the M&Ms. I was like, I can't enjoy the movie for the rest of the night knowing that I stole something from somebody. I mean, I'm going to have regret for it.
She was all right with that?
She was all right with leaving? Yeah, she thought I should just leave. That was the last date I went on with
her. Probably not because of that, but
well, I mean, it did have a little bit to do with that. I mean, if she's that nonchalant with, stealing from the store, how's she gonna be with my crap around the house? She's just gonna pick up my dog and leave with my dog,
Let me ask your advice on this one. Say someone bought something at a Walmart on this side of town.
Yeah.
And it was on sale for $25.
All right.
Okay. And you bought the thing. And then you immediately took it to the other side of town, to the other Walmart, and returned it.
Yeah.
But there's no sale going on there, and you get $50 for your return. All right. So you end up with $25 more than what you had. In your view, if you knew what you were doing and doing that on purpose, is that you consider that stealing too?
Now that one's kind of tough because that's kind of Walmart's fault, or whoever it is you're buying it from. That's kind of their fault. But at the same time, if you're knowingly doing it, yeah, it's probably theft.
Yeah.
Now, when I was a kid, Walmart wouldn't cash a check. Okay. You couldn't take a check in there and get it cashed. And I can remember us I think we were at the lake or something, and Dad needed some cash and we didn't have any cash. And this is back before ATMs and crap like that. So Mom went in and bought something for like $25 or something, and then wrote a check for it, and then came outside and handed it to Dad, and Dad went inside and returned it, and they gave him $25 cash for his return. And it was a way around the check cashing thing. But at the same, it's not stealing because they didn't give him more than what, and they got the product. They got the product right back. But it's also things like that end up ruining returns for other people. Like eventually Walmart goes like, we're not taking anything back anymore, So one bad apple ruins the bunch.
If you got a receipt, they pretty much take anything back, but you better have that receipt.
LL Bean, the clothing manufacturer, they do other stuff too, but they're known for their department stores and stuff like that. They have a no questions asked return policy. And I've seen clips of people that take back like 7-year-old boots all worn down and everything, and LL Bean replaces them.
I saw this guy's. I saw a video. I don't know if this is real or not. It looked real, but this guy supposedly his grandma died, and in her will she left him a key that was to open a like dresser type thing in her house. It had a big box of something in there for him. That was for him, and he's videoing it, and he pulls the box out, and it's full of Beanie Babies.
Okay.
And he starts looking them up, and the first one he looks up is like 41,000 or something like that, going for it on eBay or something like that. I was like, "What? Way to go, Grandma!" You know what I mean?
Preacher talking about is that theft or not? The preacher gave this example the other night. So this guy he's an antique collector, but he's what you would call he doesn't really, it's more of a hobby than a passion. He just likes to go out antiquing, and when he finds stuff that maybe he can make a couple of dollars off by refurbishing, or maybe it look good in his house. Anyway, he's antiquing one day, and he comes across this roll top desk, and it's from the early, 1940s or something like that. Well, he has seen this desk before, this type of desk, and he happens to know that it's got a hidden drawer on it that a lot of people don't know about. So he decides to take a look, and he flips around and finds the hidden drawer. And he's like, yeah, it's got a hidden drawer in it. And when he pulls it out, it's full of gold doubloons. Like the people that had the antique didn't know about the secret drawer, and it had gold doubloons. And they were putting all this stuff in this antique house up for auction. And so he leaves the auction and goes to the bank and takes every bit of money that he has in his checking account out, and goes back to the auction and outbids everybody for this desk, gets the desk, and then it's, got all these gold doubloons in it, and he makes like 100 times more than his cost. And the preacher was like, should he have told somebody about the gold doubloons? Should he have, done this? And it was interesting, the answers around the Wednesday night service, because it'd be hard not to go to the bank and did what he did. And
is this for sale at an auction?
Yes.
Did you say?
For sale at an auction, yeah.
Yeah, that's free game, I think.
It's their fault for not knowing the drawer was
if
there.
You outbid. I mean, if it's for sale, you know what I mean? Like you're tricking them in some way.
It is. You are kind of tricking them. I mean, a little bit. It's like selling your car and on Facebook, and knowing that every fifth time that you start it up, the electrical system goes crazy. But you sell a guy the car on the third startup, and you send him on his way with your money. And then when he tries it 2 more times, on the 5th time, the electrical system goes wild on it.
Just adds character.
Yeah.
No, I was kidding. I wouldn't do that either. That's horrible.
I don't know, man. I don't know. There are fine lines. Now, the preacher used the analogy of what we're supposed to do as Christians. When we discover God, when we discover Jesus, we're supposed to go and sacrifice everything we have, to follow Jesus. And he used the analogy of the antique and the guy going and, taking the risk and everything out of his checking account. He was taking everything he had and pouring it into this,
Okay.
So he worked it around into, like being able to witness, but
they should have worked it around and how it was a blessing.
Yeah.
Spent $10 and got $5 million.
Yeah.
Anyway, a lot of crazy stories like that out there. I wish my grandparents would let me something cool like that, but no.
Oh, I've often thought if they ever come up with time travel and I can travel back in time and talk to like my dad, I'd be like, all right, listen, I don't care how much I complain, how much I whine about it. Every year on my birthday, you're going to buy me stock in Walmart and Apple. Okay. Every year. You're not going to get me any presents. I'm not going to get any toys. You're going to buy me stock in Apple and Walmart. And I'm going to hate you until I'm about 21, 22 years old and I go to cash in those stocks. Then I'm not going to hate you anymore.
This is true.
Yeah.
This is true. I wish I could go back and tell myself some things too.
Hindsight is 2020.
I know. Well, if we just knew what was going to be the next thing here in like 5 years, you know what I mean? Like, dude, I saw these things are the eggs they're always showing in The Simpsons about stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They did one. I saw one today where there was one of their shows that came out like 1997 or something like that had there was some kind of cryptocurrency shop or something, was one of the businesses that was in a line of businesses that they were like walking by, you know, and then they were like, what's the crypto barn? That's what it was called or something like that. So they Googled crypto barn and it led them down to here and they found this and it led to the founder of Bitcoin and then all this stuff. And it was like, none of that had even happened yet. Like nobody knew what cryptocurrency was or nothing like that. Like,
well, apparently somebody who put together The Simpsons knew.
Somebody knows. Some
knows.
insider with The Simpsons.
Yeah, they've predicted a few presidents. I think they predicted the World Trade Center. They predicted a whole bunch of stuff, man.
It's crazy.
But if you want to know the next big thing and what to get involved in,
yeah,
what you do is you go run for Congress, because apparently if you're in Congress, you get the inside tip on just about everything and you can just pad your stock portfolio.
True. Be worth millions in no time.
Yeah. Yeah. On a $70,000 a year job, you could be a millionaire.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Speaking of millionaires.
Yeah. Who you want to talk about?
These NBA playoffs. You watch these games this weekend?
I didn't catch a lot of the Nuggets OKC because the girls' softball team got a rain delay, so they didn't start until 8 o'clock. The game was earlier, and I was watching it, and I fell asleep. And when I woke up, they were crowning SGA, so I figured out what happened, but I didn't see the second half. When I fell asleep, it was a close ball game.
You didn't miss much, bro. They outscored them by like 19 in the second quarter.
Well, Michael Porter Jr. is walking around with a bad shoulder. Freaking Eric Gordon's got freaking not Eric Gordon, Aaron Gordon. Gordon. There's so many Gordons. Aaron Gordon is battling ankle and leg issues. It's like they fired their coach seven games before the end of the season. I mean, I kind of feel like maybe the Nuggets didn't want to win it this year, is what I'm saying. Like they,
I think they made it pretty far for having that against them.
Yeah, exactly. Which
even
still makes me wonder, like, as a head coach, what do you have to do to get fired 7 games before the playoffs start? Like there's something went on behind the scenes that they're not talking about. You don't fire a dude like that, you know. You wait till the end of the season and you let him go. I guess
they wanted him gone. I guess I don't know.
Maybe they were afraid he'd win another championship and wouldn't be able to get rid of him or something like that. I don't know.
But now you got your conference finals set up, and they don't start till
Wednesday.
Tuesday night. So no game tonight. Tuesday night we got Thunder and Wolves.
I think it's interesting that the Knicks and the Pacers got done first, yet the Wolves and OKC are going to play first. That fly is on your arm now.
I know it. It keeps bugging me. I know it won't go away. I'm going to kill that little sucker in a little bit. I'm going to get him.
Get you one of them salt guns. You seen them things?
He's a big old fat juicy one.
Have you seen the salt guns?
Sound like a real gun going off when you shoot it?
No, it's just like a little, it doesn't even sound like a cap gun, but it shoots little, you fill it with like salt, table salt. And when you shoot it, it shoots a little salt at it. Dude, you kill a fly with it. It's a fly killer. You got salt all over your house, but there's fire.
Anyway, again, Tuesday Western Conference, Wednesday the Eastern Conference. Who you picking for the finals? Who's your pick for the? Who's
Well,
your pick out of the West?
I had OKC going up against the Cavs, so I don't guess the Cavs are going to be there, but OKC still has a shot. I really don't think that the East is going to win the championship. I think the winner comes out of the West. I think either if it's Minnesota or OKC, I think they can beat both teams in the East. But out of the East, I think just because I just can't stand them. I think I'm going to root for the Indiana Pacers.
I knew you were going to say that. It is hard to root for the Knicks if you're not a Knicks fan, isn't it?
Yeah, not only that, but you see the way they acted after they won. I mean, I don't get the premise of we just won the championship. Let's go and loot and burn our town and cause a riot. Let's go do. I don't get that at all.
I don't understand that either.
And they haven't even won anything yet. That was just getting past the last round. They haven't even gotten to a championship yet.
Good grief. So you taking the Thunder out of the West then?
I'm going to take the Thunder out of the West to win it all.
I'm going to take the Thunder as well. Who you taking in the East?
I'm going to take Indiana, man.
I think I'm going to take the Knicks in that one. I think it might go 6-7 games, though. Probably 7. I bet that one goes 7 games.
It's possible. It's definitely possible.
All right, and then we had what else we got going on? We had the WNBA season started. Did you see watch any of that or see any of that going on?
I saw the blatant racism going on with Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese.
Oh my gosh. Here we go. That was the story, I guess, about the flagrant foul or whatever.
Yeah, it just irritates me because they're not using this to their advantage. Like back in the 1980s, 2 guys got drafted to the NBA and set up one of the best rivalries ever between Magic Johnson and Larry Bird. And during this time, Larry was considered the great white hope or whatever. And he didn't get a lot of credit for his game because he was white. And I'm sure that when Magic was leaving Boston Garden, I'm sure he heard every racial slur in the world as he was walking off the court. Yeah. I just think that Magic handled it the right way. And I'm not saying this stuff's not happening to Angel. I'm just saying Magic put the smile on his face and then went out there and would dominate them. He would go out there and play the best game of his life and make the fans sorry that they ever said anything bad about him. Mm-hmm. And I don't see that happening in the WNBA. What I see is 2 women that could explode their league. And instead they're doing the opposite and they're turning people off because they've turned it into a racial issue. And people are tired of the racial issue. And if I'm just speaking for myself, not for anybody else, but if I have the chance to watch 2 games and one of them I know is the controversy there is going to be race, I'm going to watch the other game. That's just me. I'm not interested in that stuff. I'm interested in play on the court. Yes, it was a hard foul. But if you watch the clip, Angel takes 2 hands and shoves the center out of the way. Caitlin turns to the ref and says, didn't you see that? And then she fouls Angel Reese. And it's not like Caitlin doesn't get fouled hard. All I've been watching on X is clips of her getting clotheslined and thrown to the floor and all kinds of stuff.
Her rookie year, she got murdered.
And I don't understand why all of a sudden it becomes a race issue when, so you're telling me that if a black girl would have fouled Angel Reese that hard, it wouldn't have been an issue. But since it was a white girl that fouled her that hard, it's an issue. Or if Caitlin would have fouled a white girl instead of a black girl, it's just ridiculous. It's like every time there is an incident, and it seems like it happens with Angel Reese a lot, she wants to scream racism. She posted a picture today of her, and behind her is a black and white picture of the idiots, back in the old South, yelling and screaming. And it's like, that's not the kind of racism that we're talking about here. Yes, there are probably fans that say some of the ugliest things in the world to you, and I wish they wouldn't do that. But they're not waiting for you to come out of the locker room so they can hang you in a tree. Okay.
Yeah.
Totally
it's
different.
Also,
totally different.
It's also professional athletes, right? I mean, just professional sports in general. That's what happens when you're at someone else's court or field or wherever. The fans don't like you. They don't care what color you are. They don't like you.
Oh, the part that really got me was after the play's over and she goes to the line to shoot a free throw, and of course Angel Reese misses it. The fans go crazy, and the fans going crazy is racism because she missed the free throw. I'm like, no, they're happy that you didn't score a point on their team. They were upset with the call to begin with, and then you walk up to and what's the saying? The ball don't lie. So when you miss the free throw, the fans go crazy. And I guarantee you there were black fans in the stands that went crazy for you missing the free throw. Now, personally, I don't think Caitlin should have fouled her. Okay. There was a good chance Angel was going to miss it anyway because she sucks. So just step back and wait for the rebound. That's what I would do.
Yeah, she was within 4 feet. She'd probably missed that one.
She'd have probably missed it, man. I mean,
yeah, hindsight though, right? Hindsight.
It just
anyway.
I think the racism thing gets old after a while. It's like kind of like the boy that cried wolf. When everything is racism, nobody is going to pay attention to it anymore. Like you might have a real instance of racism come up in the future, and nobody's going to pay it as close attention as they should because you've been crying racism from the very beginning. It's crazy, man. It's crazy.
You gotta see Brandon's comment.
Oh
my gosh, Brandon, that is hilarious. Oh, some people struggle with the WNBA. I will give you that.
I actually enjoy watching women's basketball more than men's basketball because women's basketball has fundamentals in it that the men's game doesn't have anymore. They actually they don't have the guys like LeBron and Giannis that can just get downhill and score a bucket. They actually have to run offense, run screens to get open shots. I actually think it's probably more fundamental than the men's game is. They actually call walking in the WNBA. They don't call that in the NBA. They never call walking in the NBA. I watched the Joker the other night take an inbound play and step 2 steps and then start dribbling. The crowd goes crazy. Ref never saw nothing. Never saw anything.
Yeah. Oh well. Anyway, there was a few more games besides that one. So
there were, and they were good. They were good games too, man.
Right now, Minnesota's and Washington are both 2-0, and then everybody else is like 1-0 or 0-1. So
yeah.
But yeah, like this is weird. Like I guess only the 8 teams make the playoffs. Is that what it is, right?
I don't know how because they only have 16 teams. Do they have that many? 13 teams, something like that.
They got 13 right now. They added the Valkyries.
Yeah, I don't know why you don't let all 30. Well, I guess let 12 in. One team has to sit out. I mean,
by the way,
if you only have that many teams, I mean, why not let everybody in?
By the way, the Valkyries are 0-1. So,
Oh man,
yeah, we need to get a victory.
where were they based?
Golden State.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And then,
And then they're talking about adding another team too, aren't they?
yes, they are.
So
I think Nashville they were talking about. You got
14.
I think so, yeah. I'm sure they want to go more than that too eventually, but Nashville I think is up in line for the next one possibly, I believe. I thought Seattle was, but Seattle Storm's already there. I don't know how long they've been there. A couple of years, long time. I don't know. Fairly new to the WNBA franchises. So I don't really know.
Instead of the NBA versus the WNBA, Brandon, what if you did a mixed league and you made it to where you could only have like at all times you got to have 3 women and 2 dudes on the floor?
Yeah. Nah.
It'd be like tag team wrestling,
I'd just rather have 5-on-5 and keep it the way it is.
Well, then you could if you had a mixed or whatever, then you wouldn't have all these arguments about transgenders playing in your sport or whatever. They could play.
Yeah, okay. Jeez. What else? Oh, we got some the SEC tournaments, baseball tournaments starting this week too.
Yeah. Before we get into that, though, we should talk about the softball girls. How about you girls? Whooping that butt in that regional. Moving on to the super regional. Get to stay at home. I don't know. Have they announced who's in our super regional yet?
I have no idea. Let me go.
I can probably find it.
I don't even know where to look here.
I'm going to look under more sports. Let's see.
I don't even have anything on this one.
Professional wrestling. Where's softball at?
That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't have a lot of info on women's sports, period.
I'm telling you, man, it's almost like they don't respect the women's sport, isn't it?
That's what women would say.
Oh.
All right, I'm here on the scores, rankings. Let's see.
Man, they should be ashamed of themselves for not having it's like the biggest thing going on in women's college sports right now.
You got the super regionals. You got Tallahassee super regional. This doesn't say who's in the thing though. It's just 2. Is there only 2 teams? What?
There's only 2 teams in the super regional?
That's what it looks like. And they play 3 games, if necessary, through a 3rd game. Okay, so Clemson, Texas, Georgia, Florida, UCLA, South Carolina, Oklahoma plays Alabama. Ole Miss at Arkansas, game 1, 8 p.m. on Friday night.
Wow, Liberty got rid of the Aggies.
Yes, they did.
And their regionals. That bodes well for us.
Yep. There's a big controversial call on that one, too. The girl got called for interference at third base. Ball got away. Girl tried to score, and they ended up throwing her out, getting her in a rundown. Everybody's pretty upset about that, I guess. It looked, I don't know. It looked like the ball hit the girl or something while she was sliding. I don't know. Maybe even hit her in the head. I don't know, but it's just, I don't know. Interference, I don't know about that. Anyway.
Well, so in the Tallahassee Super Regional, you got Texas Tech going up against Florida State. Austin Regional, you got number 11 Clemson taking on number 6 Texas.
Texas is good.
Gainesville, oh man, you got Georgia taking on number 3 Florida. SEC matchup right there.
Florida's good too.
The Columbia Regional, you got UCLA and South Carolina. These are all 3-game series. There's only 2 teams, but they're all 3-game series. And then I guess the 8 winners go to the college world or the Women's College World Series. The Norman, Oklahoma Super Regional, you got number 15 Alabama, Oklahoma. I am seeing a lot of SEC teams in here.
Yep.
Ole Miss at number 4, Arkansas. That's not the greatest draw in the world, but man, at least we didn't get anybody ranked. Ole Miss ain't ranked.
Yeah.
So,
Tennessee and Nebraska.
Oxville region is Tennessee and Nebraska, and then the Eugene is number 16, Oregon against Liberty. Come on, Liberty! I think I'm gonna be rooting for some Liberty, man.
Yeah, they beat the number 1.
Yeah.
So
How can you not root for them, right?
mm-hmm.
So I'm seeing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pretty much out of the 8 teams that go to the College World Series, you have a chance for 6 of them to be SEC teams. That would be crazy. That would be absolutely crazy.
SEC
and
loaded.
there's going to be at least 1, 2, 3. There's going to be at least 3 in there because Georgia takes on Florida, Alabama takes on Oklahoma, Arkansas takes on Ole Miss. So, at least 3 SEC teams are making the Women's College World Series.
Yep. And Arkansas plays Friday night. So,
yeah. Friday night.
And then the baseball tournament starts Tuesday, and Arkansas doesn't play until Friday at 3:00. So we're going to watch the baseball game, and then the softball game be right after it. So,
yeah, I'm tempted to go up on the hill because I don't know how full that Bogle Stadium is going to be for that girls' game. I'd like to, I wouldn't mind going. I noticed that we had a 6-hour rain delay on our regional game. And I noticed that when they finally started it up, the stadium was about half full. So I don't know how many stayed and how many was like, oh, man, we ain't staying through all this and headed home. So,
well, let's see. I'm guessing just the way this is lined out, Tennessee and Texas possibly have to play in not a semifinal, but before that. Vanderbilt so Vanderbilt's got a pretty easy road. I'm guessing Tennessee, Vanderbilt, Arkansas, LSU maybe in the Final Four of the tournament. We'll see.
This makes me nervous more than the girls.
Yeah. Well, it's just the SEC tournament.
A couple of news stories that come out. Aloy Waviva, however you say his name, our shortstop, he gets Player of the Year. What were you saying about the 2 Aloy brothers?
First pair of brothers to be on the first team all SEC team in the same season.
I'd be interested to know how many brothers have played, on the same team.
I don't know. Good question.
But in this one, you got North Carolina, number 4, North Carolina against Florida State.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, man. Texas has got to go to Oklahoma. Wow. That doesn't make any sense. Why are they going to Oklahoma?
I don't know. This thing says over 100.
Oh, really? Wow.
This is Major League Baseball, though. But that's going back a while.
Oh. It's versus Oklahoma, but this is the SEC tournament I'm looking at. So.
Yeah, we're in Hoover.
Yeah. So even though it's at LSU Tigers at South Carolina, it's not at South Carolina. It's in Hoover.
Right.
So LSU has to be the away team. That's crazy.
If we play them, they'll be the home team, I think. Yeah, they'll be the home team. I think that's how it works. The bottom of the bracket's always the home team, I think. Like the bottom team. You know
Well,
what I mean?
it says on here like Arkansas Razorbacks, previous rank 7, record 41-11. Next game versus Tennessee, so that would make us the home team. But like the Texas game says next game at Oklahoma, so Oklahoma will be the.
Well, that probably was because Texas. That was last week. That's not the SEC tournament. Texas doesn't play anybody till Friday or Thursday.
Oh, I see. I got old news here.
Yeah, Arkansas played Tennessee this last weekend, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that makes more sense.
Yeah.
So why are you show me the SEC tournament, you dill holes? I tell you what, ESPN's app is about the most unfriendly user app in the world. Man.
I know, right?
Millions and millions of dollars to pay people. And
it's like they need a guy who knows about sports that also knows about networking, huh?
Yeah, almost. Maybe you should apply at ESPN.
They need software people, probably. Change everything.
No, we're going new tab here. We got 5 tabs open.
Oh, wow. Dang, Matty Alou played with 2 of his brothers.
Oh, really?
Different time periods. That's crazy. Blankenship, Aaron and Brett Boone, George and Ken Britt, George Britt and his brother. That's crazy.
All right, so we get the winner of the Texas A&M Tennessee series.
What's that?
Is that right? No, that is the old schedule. See, again, you're freaking.
I thought you would play either Florida, Ole Miss, or somebody.
This is. I'm telling you, they ought to 20. Why do I care about the 2023 baseball season?
I lost my bracket. Dang it. That sucks.
All right. May 20th, 2025. Should be this one right here.
Yep. Ooh, excuse me. Now, first game is Tuesday morning at 9:30. Goodness gracious. 9:30 a.m. Oof.
In the morning?
Yeah. Tomorrow morning. Tuesday morning. Alabama and Missouri. Wow, you get to be the hosting team, and they put you at 9:30 a.m. on opening morning. Like, what the heck? I think I'd be complaining if I was him. Oh well. All right, bro. We're gonna get out of here. Anything else you want to talk about?
No, we covered just about everything that's going on.
Be careful out there if you're in the storms like we are.
Yeah, supposedly they got some nasty stuff coming through. Oklahoma City got hit with hailstorm last night. And, I guess Town up there around Fayetteville did too.
Looks like it's just about to me. It's been raining for a little while already, but the actual storm part's coming.
It's after 5 o'clock, so I'm gonna go shut the back gate, and I've given up on my pool guy. I don't think he's gonna show up. Maybe he'll show up tomorrow. I'll probably be at work.
They show up about 6:30 tonight.
That'd be fine if he actually shows up. I haven't been able to clean my pool. I haven't been able to do the things to make it look pretty and all that because of the liner. And I'm waiting on this guy. He asked me to drain more water out. I've flooded the front yard, draining my pool out, man. I don't know. Maybe he'll show up later tonight. He'll probably show up tomorrow sometime, I imagine.
All right. Well, I don't know what's on tonight, but I think I'm going to go take a nap. So
I don't think there's anything on tonight.
not really. There was no NBA.
No NBA.
It might be WNBA, maybe.
I think there is some WNBA tonight.
I don't know. All the tournaments for baseball are fixing to start later in the week, so
Yeah, there's no softball tonight. There's nothing going on tonight, man.
not much going on.
It is a dead night.
Probably find some baseball if you want to watch that.
Like I said, there's nothing on tonight. So. I'll probably plug my racing game in and race. That's probably what I end up doing.
All right, man. Well,
you know how when you go down to the bottom thing and you got your switcher down there where you can switch from one game to the other or over to your media on your PlayStation 5. You know what I'm talking about?
Maybe.
Like you hit the middle button and the little toolbar comes up at the bottom, and one of them is your switcher.
Okay.
You can switch from game or over to media or whatever, right? Well, when you click on that, it'll pop up the games that you've been playing and how many hours you've played each game.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I've been racing way too much.
I don't even want to see mine. Might be like 427 days or something.
Yeah. Well, that game that we were playing, Warfare or whatever it was, I got like 20-something hours on it.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And we barely played it, right?
Yeah, we barely played it. I got 150-something hours on the racing game.
That's the way it goes. I couldn't tell you. I know I don't even want to guess.
It'll tell you. Go down to that little thing, and
I don't have a switcher button. I don't know what you're talking about. Switcher. I don't ever switch between medias. Like, what do you mean? Switching between what?
Well, I switch over to Spotify and pick out what I want to listen to.
I don't have any apps like that on mine.
And then I switch back over to games and switch back to racing, and I listen to Spotify while I'm racing. I turn the sound effects down on the racing game and turn the music up.
Gotcha.
And I race to whatever, usually classic rock or something like that, you know.
Gotcha. I don't have anything but games downloaded.
I even went to Spotify and went to the search and typed in good songs to drive to. So I have a driving mix that I race my car to.
No wonder you have so many songs stuck in your head every day.
Yeah, that is true.
All right, well, have fun. You're bachelor, right?
Yeah, I'm a bachelor until Tuesday night. Yeah.
All right, bro. Well, enjoy your free evening.
I'm gonna go out and find me something really bad for me to eat because I don't get that when she's here.
How was the chicken, by the way?
Oh, dude, it was awesome. I went by Popeyes and got me a 8-piece family meal. Came with 4 biscuits and a side.
Ooh, got him some biscuits too.
Yeah. And then I made that last for 2 nights. Because
That's funny.
The only thing better than fried chicken is cold fried chicken. And dude, pulled that crispy chicken out the next day. It was ice cold. Oh man, I tore it up.
How long has it been since you had real pizza?
Oh, I get a real pizza every time.
Oh, okay. I thought you had to eat there.
No, when you do a gluten-free pizza, it usually only comes one size, which is usually like a small, medium size. So
Gotcha.
she usually gets her own pizza, and then I get, what I want on a regular pizza.
Gotcha.
But
okay.
Pizza's not one of those things. Now, we rarely eat pizza because pizza has become so dadgum expensive. It's ridiculous what they charge. And I know how much it costs to make a pizza. It's ridiculous what they charge for a pizza.
It is ridiculous what they charge. There's no lie.
I had this argument with Travis the other day because he's worked in pizza before, and he was talking about food costs. And I was like, man, food cost ain't nothing in pizza. Ain't nothing. Well, they want you to keep it at such and such. I said, I know what they want you to keep it at, but that is not the expensive part.
There's another thing about pizza, man. These coupons.
Yeah.
Coupons that you get. Bullshit.
Yeah, I know they are.
Yeah, ain't no more deal. You ain't getting no more deal than whatever other deal they already got going on, or comes kind of special that you could get, or a coupon does not. There's already a special for that if you ask for it. I guarantee it.
When I was in college and running pizza at Papa John's, we had 1 week a year, and we called it Mega Week. And you could get a large one topping for $5. And it was in Jonesboro, and I spent the entire time running pizzas to the college because a $5 pizza that's cheap, man.
Yeah.
So I know it don't cost nothing to make a pizza. Okay.
I had it calculated one time. It was on, and this of course this is a long time ago now, but it was only like $3.25 or something
for a pizza. Yeah.
Yeah, that included the box and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. $3.25 or something like that. And they charge, it was $10 for a one topping.
Yeah.
Well, that's just the food. They got to pay people and stuff too.
Yeah, they got it. You got to pay employees, and you probably have a lease on the building. And if you're new into the franchise, you probably have a franchise payment that you have to make and that kind of thing. I understand that there are other costs, but it costs absolutely nil to make a pizza.
I know, bro. That's why I get my own material. I get a can of crushed tomatoes, and I put it in the blender, and I add a little oregano, a little Italian seasoning, a little bit of sugar, a little salt. Mix it all up. Then I get my own crust. I either buy them pre-made, or I get the dough ones. You know what I mean? You get the dough ones too, but or I'll use a tortilla. It's a little tricky with those because one, you gotta be careful; they'll fall down in the oven. Two, they don't cook. They either like burn or not get crispy enough. You know what I mean? It's very, very tricky.
I would probably prepare pizza more at home if I could get like the big round proofed dough,
Yeah. They won't sell it to you.
That I could actually slap it out or whatever. And I find that crazy too. Like, if I go to Papa John's, I ought to be able just to buy like a thing of the dough. Can I get some of y'all's dough?
Won't do it.
No, hell no, they won't.
I know. You go to Papa Murphy's and buy a raw pizza, though. Yeah. You go to the grocery store and buy a raw pizza.
Yeah.
Like, what the heck? Anyway. All right, we'll find something junky junk and go to town.
I think I've been craving rallies. I think I might go to Rallies and get me a big Buford. Been years since I had a big Buford, man.
All right.
It's a good thing that she doesn't travel that often, because I would probably be 900 pounds when she got back.
All right, man. Enjoy your evening, and I will catch you later.
All right, dude. Peace, brother.
Peace.
Love you.
Love you.
Thanks for watching our show. Remember to subscribe for more shows on the network. Smash the like button, share, and comment.